Hello, welcome to the stream. I want you to mute myself. I can hear myself talking. That is not the one. Alrighty. Let me pull up Palingrid for today. Unfortunately, I have already been played today because I was doing a bunch of testing. You can see I've actually beaten the top score already. I say top score. Am I still at the top? I am, yes, excellent. Both of these are my mum. I managed to beat her, but only because I had a lot of practice, because I was testing out the new progress bar, which is nice and shiny. Let's see, I think I'm going to see if I can recreate it and see if I can improve from there. And there's this. And this. Definitely has solid on as well. Oops. Add shore across here. That sounds about right. Scare maybe? I don't remember what else I had. 41's not bad, but I've definitely done better than this, clearly. No, it's only 4. There can't be that many combinations. Oops. I'm gonna guess that the Y was there for Shay and Hay. Oh, Hay and Haze, okay. Yuck might be a word like that. It is. Loose, maybe? Or coup, definitely. And ion. Okay, so that was a 48. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So now what? Bring Hay and Haze across here. And also Yuck, I suppose. Need to add a rotate grid button, I think. That word. Slowed. No, it's just slow. Think about it because I can see sort of maybe putting luck in there, which I haven't got anywhere. That's not as bad as I was expecting, actually. What is this K of that's... Oh, this Drake processing. I'm looking at Honk there, seeing maybe there's potential. Or maybe Chunk somewhere. Maybe if I swap around Drake and Shoot. And then Chunk would fit up here. Oh, 52. That's a lot better than I was expecting. Hold on. So, okay. So, what part of this was... So I've got shale and chunk and drake and shoed. And solid and scars. I wasn't expecting scars to be so important, actually. That wasn't... It's 44 there. Yon, okay. And what's about here? You. Oh, okay. Her, I assume. Huh? Yeah, relatable. Sean. Oh! I didn't do that on purpose, but I like that. Scone, does that help? It does, because it makes... I'm a scone. Goodness me. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining. I'm doing really good on Palingrid today. I have had a lot of practice though today. 53. It's awesome. What's islets? Heck yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. I'm actually going to copy that in the... Let's copy to my clipboard. It doesn't show up obviously on it doesn't show up very obviously on the desktop version, but I'm going to send it to my mum and brag a little bit. Ooh, that sounds fun. Stupid plant boss sounds less fun though. Yeah, I mean, you are playing on hard. I think this is probably the best I'm going to get. Alrighty. I don't know what this is complaining about. Anyway. Yeah, I can relate to that for sure. What are you going to be drawing? More bears. How come? I mean, if you just want to draw bears, that is fine. But maybe there is a reason. Before I forget, we're back to PNGTuber Plus, and if I don't introduce this, it will make no sense to anybody who watches the VOD. Fair enough. Did you see I'd given you the artist role, by the way? Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. Yay! I'm glad you like it. I was fishing around the settings and I didn't know that was a thing that existed, but then I saw that setting was like, perfect. So we've done all the main UI. What to do next? Do I need this? Maybe don't need control panel, let's find out. Well, let's press play and see where we got to. Hello! Turn this setting sensitivity down a bit. I think I need to hide this credits thing when I'm in edit mode, maybe. Did you figure out subscribing in the end? Aww! Thanks, Abby. That was really lovely of you. Max was actually trying to figure out subscribing with Prime, and we couldn't figure it out because every time Max tried to log in with Amazon, their password just straight up did not work. And it like cleared and exited the whole overlay, and it was really frustrating. So that's really lovely. Thanks. There was a sound effect thing, but did we see it? I wasn't watching. Was there a visual pop up on the screen? I was trying to put in a thing the other day to have a sort of live thingy. You know what? Fair enough. That's fine. I will look back in the VOD, but I've not had a subscriber appear on stream yet. So thanks, friends. Especially you, Abby. I really appreciate that. That's very lovely of you. Okay, right. That's amazing. I just have a default like ding because I was mostly just trying to see if it worked, but I have yet to figure it out. I don't think it did work. It definitely had a sound effect. I definitely heard it. I've got myself on my headphones right now, which is mind melting. But I wanted to make sure that at least audio worked, so there's something. I need to figure out what I want to have as my sub sound if I go with something custom. Right, okay. What am I doing? I think that I need to probably just straight up delete that. Well, that's a pretty big category of sound effects. I delete this. What happens now? Obviously, I will have to also delete it from all the other places that want to change it. Forgotten what control panel I used to have under it. Is it just all of this stuff? Yeah, it was, I think. You know what, I could test it. I do have an old version of PNGTuber Plus open on the screen. Yes, so I think it is just like, ouch, punched my drinking water out. Oh. This glass is very sturdy and I just sort of smacked it. That hurt. It did not. It's not very full. Not because I've been particularly hydrated, but because I've been forgetting to fill up. I'll go do it if I need to, don't worry. I sort of like smacked it like vertically downwards, so I smacked my finger on the corner of the glass. Yes, I will finish my glass, so then there's no chance of me spilling it again if I do in fact manage to knock it over. There we go. I'm newly hydrated. Oh yeah, Abby, you were gonna you asked about what Max's busy day. They've had an epic quest of a day. They have gone the breadth of London and back. I think, what was it? You were out for like 8 hours on one trip, right? This. Let's go back here. Use main UI control. Yes, it is. Seven hours. Still, that's pretty far. Oh, wrong button. I don't think I need any of this positioning stuff because the UI layout stuff should do it for me. I'll actually go through and see if I need to delete all of that. Anyway. For Max's benefit, that's away from keyboard. Well, I just need to reload the project because it's doing that thing where it forgets about things being connected. I know you will, don't worry. Oh, this is slow. What's going on? There's not that much happening on my laptop. Sort of exited a couple of background things just in case, but in theory should be alright. Does not look like this is doing much, so I'm just going to crypto again. If I in fact might have to full script, which is a little bit annoying. Try this again, shall we? Ooh, open up my other monitor. That's not what I want. Ugh, no, it's like stuck in this. Change the zoom level. This is so annoying. There we are, we're back. So not there. Okay. Aha. That's interesting. What is this? What is held sprite.parse? What is held sprite, in fact? That I do not know. Held sprite? It does theoretically have parse. Can't type. Still can't type. That's not showing me anything. How unhelpful. So something weird happened there when I was trying to exit edit mode, but it did at least hide everything when I went into the edit mode. Presumably it would put things back. So if I just click off, maybe. That successfully hide the controls? No. Okay, so what then is going wrong? I need to add more emotes. I couldn't think of anything that looked that seemed fun though, and that I could feasibly draw. Or, you know, not really draw, but like adapt. Oh, a small reminder about the transparency issues around the glasses, because you said there was a weird bump around the owl's eyes or something. No pressure on that front, obviously, because I'm using everything. Using everything just fine, but you said you wanted to fix it, so. Yeah, you should be able to use it as well if you click on the emotes button, if you want. Also, yeah, no worries about the owls. It's completely fine. Like the transparency thing. I just, you know, you said you wanted to fix it, and I can strongly relate to wanting to do things and then forgetting that that is a thing that even exists. The thing I'm trying to replace now is this just a random number. So these are data types known as an enum, which is basically like a list of sort of mutually exclusive options. And behind the scenes they're represented as numbers, so you can just write numbers instead, but these are obviously a lot more visible. and readable and understandable. This, however, is not. So this actually is a notification that something's happening to the scene tree, but I don't know what it is. You should also have the owl emoji. Is it I should read about owls? What do you mean? Not fully following you there, man, I'm afraid. 2017, what does this mean? It's all good. Okay, 1 second. I need to pull up the documentation for this because this is confusing me. I don't understand what this 30 is. Great. Let's have a look at these then. What is 30? Oh, it's here. This is really nice and useful, except for the fact that that is not. It just stops at 29. Less useful. Maybe it is this? Got 40 onwards. Oh, this is really frustrating. What on earth is 30? I don't think this is going to work if I search equals 30. But I suppose you can try. None of this looks particularly... Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, if I go... Root engine. Does that work? Okay, so that does work, so it's just this is the problem. Unless maybe I have to do it the other way around. Yeah, it's my go-to search engine, although I have not seen DDG as an acronym for it before. Makes sense. I do find that there are some things that it doesn't do particularly well, which I don't love. Notification drawer! I've seen it, I found it. What is notification drawer? Tell me, this is ancient from the dawn of time, actually. This is Godot 3.5 and we're on 4.7, which is very, very different. So, now I know that it's probably canvas item, because things haven't changed with canvas item that much that they'd probably be showing the enum. Oh, it's right here. Got it. I also find that the no AI toggle doesn't 100% work all the time. Yeah, that is true. Have you seen the, I don't know. Sometimes if you add Reddit, if I then add this. Okay, well it's not happening this time. Oh no, it is. There's a discussions option, and then you can delete Reddit and then search in discussions. Oh, except it didn't work this time, so never mind, but it'll show stuff that isn't just Reddit. I don't know how to get there without adding Reddit to the thing originally. Maybe if I, there's a little more thing that came up before. Whoops. I'm not saying it. Interesting. Yeah, it'd be more useful if you could use it without having to go there. But yes, it is helpful. Max desperately wants a tumble dryer, but there is not enough space in our flat. We have a dishwasher though. We have a very small one that lives on top of our counter. Can't believe you still haven't been to our flat. You gotta come visit sometime. Okay. Notification draw. Okay. The canvas item is requested to draw. What does this mean? What does this mean? Okay. When is a canvas item requested to draw? Godot. I also love the dishwasher. I would be extremely sad to have to go without one. Requested to redraw. This is not very helpful. Maybe what I do is, instead of trying to figure this out myself, I want to know how frequently this does a thing. So I'm just going to print specs. Main is redrawing here. And now every time this gets called, so because I don't know if I need to keep this. In terms of what I'm doing, I'm currently trying to figure out what this is, why it's doing this. I know now that this is something happens that goes in here. Like, I just sort of noticed this and was annoyed by the fact that there was just a random number here instead of just using the actual name of something. I suppose we can change it to be the actual name of something because it's this. It is this, which you can see it equals 30. They just decided not to. They just decided to put the number, which is incomprehensible. But in terms of this, I don't know how frequently it actually happens. So I just added this random log, and then if I go into, if I refresh this, it should appear down here and start yelling at me whenever it is called. Okay, so it happens once. Is it this? Okay. And it goes into on window size change, and then what happens here? I mean, that's kind of fine. It's not running every frame or anything. Okay, I will leave it alone. I mean, basically, I don't really know. I was trying to figure out what it was activated by, and that's what I was Googling earlier. Oh, just a little bit ago. That's not where I want it to be. So this I don't love this notification thing, I'm not gonna lie. It seems it's an inbuilt Godot thing, and it just has a bunch of random numbers sent to a bunch of random things that you can pick up on and then use in places. but I don't like to use it because it seems a bit hacky to me. But in this situation, it's being used to know when there's the application is focused. So like when you've got it like selected kind of, and when you don't. And then also I just replaced this. It just had the random number that was 30, and then I finally figured out what 30 meant, and it's this, which means that the main canvas item, which is just this object right at the top, when it's being drawn, then on window size change is called. I don't really understand why, like when this is called, which is why I added this log, but it doesn't seem to be called very much, judging by my quick testing there, so I'm fine to not change it and just sort of leave it as is. Except I'm not going to leave it as a number because it's bothersome. But on the window, like I assume this is only called when the window size changes when we're looking at the very top level item. I presume, because that would make sense judging by the logic of the code, but the code doesn't always have a lot of logic, so I was just sort of double checking. But yes, I have determined that it's not a big problem, so I'm going to leave it as it is currently. And I will commit this and say removing random number and replacing with actual constant name. What changed in the actual scene? Oh yeah. Okay. This file is so long. It's 730 lines long. That's mad. That's too many lines. What is this? A mystery to me. Okay. It can be an okay number, but if you're doing something really complicated, but this is not like one really complicated thing. This is like 100 straightforward things. That's an exaggeration. It's not that many, but it's not that far off, to be honest. Okay, so I don't need this open, don't need this open. I don't think I need that either. Or that. I'm just going to close everything else. Okay. What else do I have here? What is origin? An origin motion, what is that for? I assume that's where the actual 2D character is spawned, so I'll leave those alone. Edit controls is probably the next one. I'm not really looking forward to that, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there's so many things. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to... yeah, yes, one thing at a time, exactly. Thank you for the reminder. I'm going to save this branch as a scene. So a scene is just a sort of reusable chunk of configuration. Thank you. I do feel like I have done quite a lot. And once I have this as a reusable chunk, you'll see that like everything that was below it has just disappeared. Which is fine by me, because now I can go into here and I just have only the UI. And over here, I can just turn this off. It's just one tiny thing here. And now I can look at this and tackle this one thing at a time, as you say. Okay. So let's start with this top bar, I think. My favorite HBox container. I appreciate you both. Also welcome, never mind, I said welcome to the viewer and then they left. Lol. Which song is it? I don't have it open on my headphones at the moment because I would have to listen to myself talk as well, which is not the one. I do love that song, it's a very lovely song. Oh yes, I wanted to search for edit controls to see what else it talks about it. I'm looking for script files. It is only talked about in main. Okay. So if I go all the way up to here, can I change this to BO control, please? Does that make Godot cry? No. Great. That make Godot cry. Also no. Fantastic. I'm also going to add this, as I want to do, to just be able to use edit controls as a class somewhere. This means that if I go over here, I can't accidentally put something that doesn't have the edit controls class. Oh, I can't do it yet because this hasn't updated. Can you update, please? Thank you. There we go. That means that I can't put something else that isn't in edit controls into this slot. So go back up here. Edit controls, there we go. Sprite viewer. I bet these are underneath edit controls. And that it has just been broken. But I think that's actually fine. All these things that are missing should be controlled by edit controls anyway. Also, I'm going to move edit controls to be under edit mode canvas layer because that seems like a sensible thing. This is in the right place. Grand. Then I can start basically breaking things. Whoops, not like that. These buttons are all ones up the top. It bothers me that they're not in the right order, but that's okay. So exit should be first, then add, then link, then duplicate, then save, load, and replaces it above duplicate. There we go. Now that's in a decent order. Ugh, this again. Okay, so I'm going to grab this and I want the... Now I want to make this an atlas texture, which is just grabs a bit of a base image and chooses a chunk of it. It's this chunk, please. And then I want to reset the positioning. Boop. So we're just going to move up here. I should rename this. Exit button. And get rid of this. I'm just going to do the same thing here, but I'm also going to check on edit controls. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. What is add sprite? How are all of these sprites being used? This is just in a random list. What is the random list? What? If... Okay, so in process, so this is something that runs... Okay, this is me trying to figure out this for the first time. I very much agree about this. I really enjoy just like the vibe of this. I think like I have been a little bit sort of just like replacing this scribbly edges, but I think I might have to go back and put it in because I really like it. And you can really clearly see with these blue boxes where the second person came in and did a bunch of stuff. Though, is that What is this box? What the heck? I don't think I understand what this is. Oh, weird. Okay, so this is collision shape, which means that it has 2D physics in it, which is confusing because this is UI. But I guess if you've put UI, if your UI is not actually UI and it is just secretly something else, like a 2D node, then I guess you need a collision shape. Weird. Been watching videos about the Avatar recently. I didn't realize they'd made a second season of the Netflix live action adaptation. I mean, it makes sense, but I was just sort of surprised after it did so badly before. Okay, hold on, I just need to look at this. Okay, so for B in... So this, on every single frame, S is set to 0, whatever S is. And then for... So this is taking the number of things in this list, which we already know because it's always the same. It is 7. And then putting it into range, which gives us a list of numbers from 0 to 6. And then makes B 0 to 6. And for the first time around it's a 0, and then it will be 1, and then it will be 2, and then it will be 3, etc. So if one of these, if the button that we're currently looking at on this pass is null, then we just carry on and check the next one. Why would any of these be null? Okay, I guess. If it's not null, then if... Where's this bracket end? Bracket ends here. If a rectangle that is positioned at the top level of the button's parent minus 24 in both directions, and that's the size of the button, contains the mouse. Okay, so if the mouse is hovering over the button, that is what that means. Ugh, okay. Then make the sprite that's at this position. This is just scaling the... It's just scaling the button slightly. Bruh. Okay. Okay, fine, whatever. Alrighty. Have a good sleep, and thank you for joining for the time that you did. I also hope I have a great rest of stream. Given how confused I have been already, I'm a bit like, what the hell? Except I'm also seeing that we take this number and this pass, then we just... Everything else is in an array. Why not just put this in an array as well? At least that would make a bit more sense. So it's just saying that increase this if you're hovering. Like, increase your strength. Otherwise, and also, I guess, add text to the mouse. I don't know how this is controlled, but that's this global class again, which I'm scared of, but I'm going to have to tackle eventually. Thank you. Lovely to briefly see you. I shall see you soon. Have fun drawing bears tomorrow. Good luck. Hope it goes smoothly. If the owl is anything to go by, it will go wonderfully, but I am sure that you don't need me to tell you that. Okay, and if the... Okay, so if the button is not null, and if it doesn't have the mouse, then it Oh! What? Hold on. This is wild. Okay, so it's saying that, let me just get rid of this because I need to see more of the code. So this whole thing is just to scale the buttons up and down a little bit, and to add text to the tooltip, I guess. I should probably go and investigate how that tooltip thing works, so I want to take that bit out, but one thing at a time. So what is happening here is that it's iterating over this list, and if one of these is null, then it skips and carries on. It increases the B number. And then if it's not null, which none of these should be, but that's beside the point, if it's not null, then it grabs the button and checks whether the parent of the button has the mouse over it. If it does, then it increases the size of the mouse of the button a little bit. If you click it, then it decreases the size of... Oh, actually, no, it doesn't increase the size of the button, it increases the size of the sprite, by which it means the image that is behind the button in this case. But it uses this S value instead. So it seems like it accounts for null buttons, but it doesn't account for null sprites anywhere. So what I'm envisioning here is that what could happen is if this was null, in the first time round, it would grab add button and it would scale add sprite correctly. And then it would go in here, that wouldn't be true, so we wouldn't carry on, we'd go in here, and it would use sprites S, with S being 0 here, and it would scale it, blah blah blah. And it would get to the bottom here, and then it would increase the number of S by 1. That's fine. We go back around again, and B is not 0 this time, it's 1, because it's going through the range. And in this case, that is true. So it just carries on. It skips the rest of this and goes back to the start again, including skipping this, which means that S is still currently 1. Not so lists in code always start from 0. I don't think I know of any programming language that's not true. So this is the 0th. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So what we've got here now is that S is 1, not 0, but B is at 2, so then it's looking for exit button, but it will scale the link sprite. So all of this bit was to sort of account for null, but they didn't even do it correctly. It breaks. I also think there's a better way of doing this. I've not done tooltips in Godot before, but I have seen information about them, so it is time, I think, to pull up another Google session. How do you work tooltips? That is an add-on, so I don't want that. There we go. Make a tooltip, please. Okay, so this is just for each individual button. I'm not sure I understand your message, I'm afraid. What do you mean by they good people? The Godot people, is that what you mean? Godot is G-O-D-O-T. Godot is a lot of people. It's I mean, there's a company, a foundation, I suppose, rather than a company that sort of directs it, but anybody can contribute. So that's probably thousands and thousands and thousands of people at this point. There are definitely people who are more commonly involved in it, and there's people that are employed by the foundation to work there, and to be steering specific things, but yeah. Okay. And this is pretty straightforward. This just grabs a custom tooltip. Okay. I'll never go to get tooltip. Okay, so by default it just get tooltip text. That's pretty straightforward. Is this actually visible in a control somewhere? Tooltip, there we go. So we could just... hold on. Just want to check. Well, to be honest, I'm not really making a thing currently. I think most of what I'm doing is just changing the code so it works more efficiently. Okay, well I can't actually test this out right now because it's yelling at me a little bit because of all of these missing things, because I've made this into its own scene. So let's go and find sprite viewer to begin with. Sprite view, I'm going to move this over to here. Thanks. It is cool. Although I wish that it was easier. So where was the error that appeared? Because it was to do with sprite, was it not? It was not, I don't think. Okay, 1 sec. That is an understatement. This is all very messy and very confusing, and I am sort of solving 17 problems at once because I knew this menu is really complicated and is built in a pretty confusing way, and all the other things I've made so far, or refactored so far, have been quite a lot simpler. But fortunately, those have given me a little bit more experience with all of this, so I have some amount of knowledge in terms of understanding what they're intending to do, at least. So sprite list has also moved. Sprite list. And so has screen cover collision shape 2D. Okay, whatever that is. No, this. What else is missing? Area move edit menu up and area move edit menu down. Now it's complaining because there's code trying to talk about a bunch of things. I don't think this is going to be necessary because this is going to be control. Is push updates a control yet? Push updates, it is. Because I don't need to be repositioning push updates. Control is also that one of them. There's fewer arrows. Well, that's this, which is no 2D, unfortunately. Okay, so that one I have to keep, but that's fine. I'm just going to delete these. Can't imagine there's too much of an issue there. Whoops, and then this is a problem. So we're gonna make a new function here because right now everything that turns on and off is all controlled from this one big giant class. Oh yeah, sorry, I missed that one message. I wouldn't be opposed to you lurking if you wanted to, because gets my viewer numbers up. I would like to qualify for affiliate one day. Not that I'm particularly close. There's a couple more people hanging out on stream and watching, so maybe some people will message in the chat, but no problem if you don't want to. That's fine by me. So I'm trying to figure out... Yeah, so I think I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to say edit controls dot... what do they call it? Into edit mode. Oops. Yes, except I want this to be public, so I'm going to do that, and then sprite... was it sprite viewer? Oh, except it's camel case for some reason. Sprite viewer dot true, and then I will also have this is not the nicest way of doing things, but it is better than it was. It's fast. So I'm going to say if edit mode, then we're entering edit mode. Otherwise, there we go. Cool. Right, what else is complaining? And replace dialogue visibility changed. Ooh, that was fun. Replace dialogue. This is all in. This is all these buttons. Is it not? This thing that this is moved into the edit controls. So just where will I put it? Oh, it's back. This 30, but I know what it is now. It doesn't have access to replace dialogue, which is a little bit annoying. I'm sure we can give it access to replace dialogue. In fact, does this even need to replace dialogue? Maybe. This is very confusing. I'm getting a little off track. So for now, I am literally just going to comment this out. So I will put it back later, at some point in the future. Right now, I do just want to test the tooltips. That's all I want to do. So this is a change costume. Where does change costume come? Oh, it comes from this mess. Okay. That involves the plugin that I don't really understand. What is Elgato Stream Deck? I can't type. Is it a physical object? It is. I feel like I need to start some sort of list within my project. I know there's a plugin for this, 1 second. So I'm currently sort of just... I'm thinking that I need to keep a sort of to-do list somewhere of things that I need to put back in again. And I know that there are add-ons that can put to-dos into the actual game project, which might be quite nice. That's not particularly lovely to-do manager, so I will avoid that. Task tracker. I just want to keep track of everything before I forget about it. To-do task. Look at this. GD task, maybe? Sure, let's try a GD task. This was not the thing I was looking for. Is GD task not on the asset store? Hold on. Is there not anything here that tells me? Oh, it's brand new. Well, I said brand new, it's able to cross. Open this in File Manager. Go back up, go into add-ons. Place that here. There we go. Oh, wait. Right. Turn this button on. And then I'm going to have to make this compile, so please forgive me while I comment out a bunch of things. Loop. 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 There we go. Now we have this. New task, okay. So add Godot stream. Oops. Back in. What? I want to tag this. Let me think. Okay. Where's the accept button? Okay, and then I want to also you know what, for now that'll be fine. I will just do this save, not groups. I don't really like to use groups if I can avoid it, so I'm just going to close this tab. Doop. Okay. Okay. Now to go back to where I was before. See, I have a feeling that there's a lot of different on XYZ button pressed things. I think I'm just going to make, not C#+, I'm going to make a new file and I'm going to call it Elgato stream data controls. I'm just going to sort of put everything I find related to that in there. So you... It's got... Wait, hold on. This needs then to change costume. Oh my goodness. Okay. No, I don't like that actually. I'm just going to add okay. This is in the add-on itself. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. Don't know if I necessarily particularly like that. That, however, is future me's problem. Also just gonna do that because I want to actually comment this whole thing out if I just remove the plugin temporarily. Just have less things going on. Sprite list update all visible. Sprite list is such a strange thing. What is sprite list? Is this under edit controls? It is. It's actually its own scene. Oh, it's that selector thing. I feel like this doesn't make a whole ton of sense. Okay, let me have a think about this. So what I'm thinking is that we have this sprite list that is responsible for just this thing that we can see right here. This is just literally a thing that you can see, and it allows you to select different sprites, and it's only visible and interactable when you're in edit mode. But it also is responsible for updating the costumes when you're not in edit mode as well, when it's not even visible. So that suggests to me a couple of things, but mainly it suggests to me that this should not do both of those things. This sprite list should just display stuff during the edit mode, and there should be something else that toggles the sprites on and off. This does have a script. It's called viewer.gd. It's a bit vague. Let's open it in Rider. What's it called? calls update all visible. I.update viz. Well, that's not very helpful. What is I.update viz? I'm just going to Control F because I think it'll be faster than trying to figure out what it actually is. That's not update viz like that, it is update viz like this. Sprite list object.gd. Update viz. Age.visible. Unless I'm misunderstanding this, hold on. Oh, that's not true actually. I am wrong. I am wrong. This is not what's happening. Goodness me, this code is so confusing. Hello to the viewers, I did not write it, just to preclude myself from any judgment here. So, what I thought was happening was that this sprite list thing was controlling all of basically the state of all of the sprites, but that's not true. This sprite list is just being updated whether we're in edit mode or not, whether you can see it or not, which seems a bit pointless. So I'm going to write in my new task plugin. I'm going to I'm going to say add a centralized control for costume changes and remove from main.gd and prompt dates of sprite list as create. Is this it? Yes, great. Right, edit you. Okay, like that. Cool. Right. Then we've got this. I hate this move sprite menu. I really don't like how it works. When is this prompted? Process. Oi, okay. So many things happening in literally every single class in process, which is too many things. My brain hurts. I'm wondering almost whether I should just be sort of tearing this out a little bit and starting again. Because this is really hard to understand, to be honest with you. My god, what is this? Okay, you know what? Where to start? I'm going to rewind a little bit. Go back to what I was doing before, which was updating this to be actual UI. Go back to the buttons. Can I press play now? Can I enter edit mode? No. Oh, because I moved all the things across, but then I did not update the references. Viewer. I'm guessing just literally by the names. I mean, I do remember I renamed those and gave them more sensible names, so that helps. Okay. Now can I enter without it breaking on me? Oh, that's a lot of fun things, but that's okay. Is this happening in process? Oh, it is. I'm just going to early exit out of all that stuff that was causing me problems, because that was a pain in the butt, and let's have a look at this now. Okay. If I do this, exit edit mode, there you go, we've got a tooltip. Cool. Progress. So what did we have before? Let me go and just quickly see. Because I need to control X, that and that and that and that. Whoops, wrong button. Interesting, so previously it couldn't find which add button. Why not? Because I've put it under HBox container. For the sake of testing. So I want to know what it looked like before. I do want to be able to test things in the future without it crying at me. Have a look. So he is crying a little bit, but that's okay. I know this isn't. It's not too much of a fuss. I'm not too fussed. Why? Try that again. You know what I do? I might put into edit controls. Just grab this. See if that does anything useful for us. It does not appear to do anything useful for us. How unhelpful. In that case, I need to figure out what global.mouse.txt is, don't I? Okay. I've got to get rid of this script tab. It's driving me nuts. I can't do anything. So let me go here and go to global. Let's find mouse. Cool. What is mouse? Where is mouse set? Where does that come from? Global.mouse. Equals mouse cursor. Okay. Global.mouse.txt. Okay. My word. Alright. Okay, so there's a tooltip / label in under mouse cursor. This is in main. Let's stop running this. mouse cursor that's its own scene. It's got a tooltip with a little manpad rect and a label. Okay. Tooltip. I see. Well, as we previously saw, we have the ability to make a tooltip. Make custom tooltip. There we are. Okay. Just literally going to copy and paste this, I think. I also think that I want to make a new class that is for buttons. So the buttons can sort of take care of all of this by themselves. And I think I'm going to go and find my new scripts folder I made last time. Where did it go? Oh, okay. That's fun. Weird, but okay. I think I want it to look very much like that, and mode. Not this, I need to add a DD script. I've got to get used to that. Oh no, I would go ahead and mode button. Tooltip button. Let's call it that. And let's add this as well. Whoops. Last name, tooltip button. Extends, surprisingly, button. That's what I've got here. Yeah, there we go. My custom tooltip. And then sport bar tooltip scene. Tooltip, let's do placeholder maybe? Maybe. How are these handled? Turn mode will be added to chart pop-up panel. Tooltip panel. Ooh, okay. And tooltip label. Okay, okay. You know what? In that case, I'm not going to do that. In fact, I'm going to delete this class entirely for now, at least, because even if I didn't, I think it would have to be called something else. Even if I kept it around for there's going to be some shared code for these buttons, but I am just going to. What is this background called? It's called tooltip box. That's pretty straightforward. Okay. And I have themes. There we go. I do. Before I forget, I'm going to assign this theme in the project. The theme, custom theme. Defaulting theme, there we go, save. Okay, I guess I will save and restart. this, and then I add tooltip panel, and in tooltip panel we are going to add, that's fun. What's this? Box texture. We're going to load the tooltip box, and the texture margins are, I don't know, like 3 maybe. That's definitely not big enough. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get these white lines to go into towards the middle. So let's make it 5. Not big enough yet? No. 10? Really? How big is this texture? It's only 48 by 48. Maybe it's like 8. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Main thing is that this, so I'm being very close to my microphone right now. What happens if I do like, yeah, okay, I like that. 8, 8, 8, 8. Yeah, okay, that's all what I wanted. And then we want to also grab tooltip label because it used that fun, like, chalky font. This one. Okay. So now what happens when I go in here? Go and hover over the exit mode button. Exit mode. Right. Cool. Nothing happens on them because that's broken. Great. And what that means is that we don't need any of this tooltip handling stuff. So I can actually go into mouse cursor. I want to see where this is used to, because we can move all of those places as well. And yes, it is just here. Really? Yes, apparently. Where is mouse cursor used in global? That's just mouse. Zoom thing, okay. Changes the mouse scale. That's genuinely so weird. Select. What? No, stop. Okay. So I can get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. I can get rid of this. I think, hold on. Get rid of all of this, but let me actually go through and grab all of those for the individual buttons. Jeez, okay. How big are you? Your text size 31 by a random number. Okay. okay, I guess. I think I'd rather this be 32 or something though. I can't like why you're just being really slow on me for no reason. You know what? Fine, I will go in here and I'll do it myself. Main UI. Oh, I already have this. Whoops, okay. One sec. Let me change that. I forgot I'd added a default theme already. Let's delete you. Got to add this back again. Table font sizes should be set at 632 because it's a bit of a nice number. Font we use is this, and tooltip panel, box texture, tooltip box, and this was 8, I think. Whoops. Okay, great. Just delete that. Can I screen grab it? No, great. Okay. So, rewinding a little bit. Acne sprite, link needs link sprite, that's pretty self-explanatory. They need to save avatar. Similarly self-explanatory. Load. Replace sprite. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream. Drop me a follow if you are. Would love to reach affiliate status one day, and I'm still only at quite a low number of followers, so I'd love to have some more if you wanted. Duplicate sprite. If you wanted to come into the chat and say hi, I would love that too, but no pressure. Tooltip, there we go. Right, great, okay. Just got to save. Duplicate. Replace, link, add, exit. Cool, I think that's all of them, which means you can delete all of that. Yay! Cool, okay, so now I want to look at this, because this is doing something pretty similar. I wonder. I wonder if there's an limbo way to do this. I've apparently already looked this up. No limbo way to do it, though, it looks like, which is a little bit annoying. But that's okay, I can handle that. Actually, first I am going to just quickly go and grab a refill of my drink because I am quite thirsty. I will be right back. And I'm back. Okay. So what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was adding this. So I need to do something similar to this basically the whole time. For every single one of the buttons, but I cannot call it edit mode button, even though it's a common thing. I mean, I suppose I could call it edit mode button. Maybe I'll rename this to like scale interaction button or something like that. Edit mode button. Yeah, let's do that. Rename scale on interact button. Yes, okay. Oh, okay. And it crashed. Let's try that again. Oh my god, let me open this thing. Scale on interact button. Great. Yeah. Godot is starting. Calm down. We'll get there in a minute. Okay, so I just want to double check that this button here has still got the scale on interact thing. It does. Great. And we're going to go in here and we're going to call this one a scale on interact button. Except I think I also had action on pressed. What did it do here? It grabbed. I just instantly set it to this. Okay, I'll do something similar, except I will set my own scale to that. Yeah, that works. This I'm actually going to do. Yes. Okay, great. Got this on pressed, decrease scale, increase scale ready. Fantastic. It's always nice and straightforward. And then I guess I'm just going to add this a bunch. Let me just actually add a class name here so that in the future, if I need to, I can make my own ones. Scale on interact button. Great. Okay, so I'm just going to actually grab all of these and edit, code, scale on interact button, grand. Except I need to add the textures, add texture. Okay, and we need the Oh, actually, okay. No, you know what I should do? I should grab these again. I can do this all at the same time. Oh, but it will have the same Atlas texture. Never mind. It will have the same image to all of them, and that is not what I want to do, even if I go through, because then if I change one, it will change all of them. So, let's grab this. Edit region. Which one's this one? This is the add button. Yes. Great. This one's the link button. This one's the replace button. Oh, whoops. I need to make that an Atlas texture first and then load it into the Atlas. That would help. The replace button. Which one's the replace button? Probably this one, I imagine. Yes. Duplicate button. Which one is the duplicate button? Why is the duplicate button by itself? What? You know what? I'm going to fix that. That makes no sense whatsoever. But I'm going to fix it before I forget. But in the meantime, I will just go through and do these while that opens. And yeah. Okay. I want to go into repositories, external PNGTuber. Oh, now where do I think this is? Probably in here, right? And then probably in sprite edit menu? No. Sprite list? Also no, that's terrifying. Select sprite? No. Yes, okay, but it's also under fancy, which is a name, I guess. And then I shall open as layers in the same folder, duplicate. And then under here, what size is this? We are 420 by 60, so I'm going to change the canvas size to 480 to add 60 extra. And I'm just going to put this, whoops, at the end. Right. And then I shall export that and overwrite the existing image. And I shall go back and do that other button in a minute. Nope. Atlas texture. Great. These icons are so good. They're so ridiculous and so good. Yes, now I can grab you. Fabulous. Okay, so get in places. Now I think we need to just grab all these ones. Aren't you? And also you. And just layout, enter. Oh, I missed you. Whoops. Do that again. Layout, enter. That's annoying. you all up to the top level. Great. And then I do not understand what these collision chokes are for. Have they got a signal on them or anything? Does not appear so. Place button pressed. What did this used to be connected to? Something changed in here that gets rid of replace button pressed. Have you got a bunch of deletions at the bottom or something? Oh my goodness. Come on, Ryder. We have. Yup. Sounds about right. Okay. I mean, I can remove this at least. So this is the link button. I did not mean to do that. Whoops. I'll just save that. And go to here. Link button. Signals pressed. Click. Link button. Connect. Push it forward. Global chain enable global repair. What on earth is this? Oh man, at some point I'm really gonna have to tackle that, and I'm not gonna have a good time. I can feel it, you know. Anyway. What else did we have that got moved out? Whoa. Oh my god. Why? It's just... Add button pressed. Save load. Okay, so it's all button pressed. Except for exit. Okay, actually we're just going to straight up delete those because I don't need them here anymore. Same here. Duplicate button pressed. That's a long one. Okay, and then we had swap mode, right? Yeah. That's going to be a bit more tricky. There should be some sort of signal for edit mode toggled or versus not. Well, for now. So we've got, where's file dialog used, hey? No, that's going to be hard to see. Where's save dialog used? Only here to see is file system open. And why do we need to know if the file system is open? Oops. Find usages of this, please. Oh my god, on process, we see it every time. Okay, to set file system open, okay. And what do we use that for? It's apparently important. So it's set there. File system open, okay, so it stops input. There's background input done and the file system is open, we don't do anything. That sort of makes sense. Or okay. So I'm thinking that hold on, why is this? Object is visible. Is the replace dialog? Return true. Otherwise, if it's not the why is this here? So if the object is visible, if it's the replace dialog, return true. Otherwise, if it's not the audio dialog, sets held sprite to null. Otherwise, return true. Not otherwise return true, then return true. Is this not the same as if the object is not audio dialog and also not replace dialog, then return true? Or am I going crazy? I mean, it's possible that I'm going crazy, of course. Just gonna go have a look at these dialogues. Nothing enormously exciting there. All of these. This feels like some situation, one of the few situations where I would say that a group would be useful. Actually need to get the groups window back. How do I do that? Whoops. Edit, there we are, edit the docs. Oh, except Godot doesn't want to let me do that, I suppose. That's kind of inconvenient. Doing that thing. I don't have it very often, but when it does, it's really annoying. What if I just grab these? Put them in here. Oh, I've done the scaling thing now, so get rid of this absolute nightmare. Sure, you can save for the moment. Of merriment. I don't know why I said it like that. I hate that. I hate that I'm doing that, but it will at least work temporarily. And I'm sure I'd have to do this similar here. Okay. What are we complaining about? Okay, yeah. So if I did this, open groups, okay, thank you. Global groups. Oh, I have to edit that in the project settings anyway. Global groups. File dialog. Fill dialog. File dialog. Oh, nodes are groups. Can check this to see if any file dialog is open. Sure. So you don't know what replace the blockers anymore. I'm just going to fix this later. Is our system open so main. Okay. These guys I'm going to add to the file dialog group, and I'm going to actually just cut and paste. You really should just be full screen, please. Correct. And then I want to put you lot in the center if I can. Can I? That's a good question. Can I? Center primary screen. That works for me. Okay, and I'm gonna turn you all off because you're annoying. And then need to go and grab all of the things that I'm sure these were connected to. Save dialog. No, yeah, not dialog file. I was going to say that doesn't make any sense. those. In here. Interesting. That seems like something that we should be calling from edit controls as well. I'm actually going to add a reference to main here if I don't already have one, which I don't. Instead of going via global, this is a bit nicer. We should have thought of this the first time, but never mind. What else have we got? This. Save. Load. We had link. Oh, that's not a dialogue, right? Okay. Let me hook these back up again. And if I look at what we had before here, just go all the way down to the bottom. You feel that more? Yeah, we had from file dialog, we had on file. I mean, that's pretty clear. These are just all files selected except for replace dialog, which has also got visibility changed, which is weird, but okay. Oh, not files, plural. File selected. Whoops, I need to go back and fix up the last one because I did that wrong. Just checking I've done all these right. Yeah. We don't have the load in here. Because I need to make a new one and call the load file. So main. This. There we go. Whoops, didn't make up on that. Then, oh yes, and we had to replace dialogue visibility changed. Which is probably weird. What is that about? What is up with that? The replace dialogue thing. Oh yeah, that. Edit controls. I see. Interesting. Anyway. Okay. Did I not connect this? I did not. I've done that yet. Hey. Oops. Progress. I think we should probably save our progress if I hit. Actually, I haven't finished a thing yet. I need twice because it's so many version files. Actually, I'll take that for a sec. I will put that back in a minute. No, you know what? I'll do the other way around. I'll grab you and you. Adding task list. Hold on. Now I'll grab everything else. Starting process of overhauling edit controls UI. I do need to remember to do one more thing, which is go back into main. Wow, top 25 edit controls. Like that and design. Main and save, and then also in here need to hook up. This one was file dialog, need to hook up place dialog, save dialog, and load dialog. Save. Great, okay, so now that I've hooked that up, let me just amend that commit so we've got these changes in there too. Okay. So these buttons are a little bit tidier now, and also I can just straight up delete all of these, I think. Can't I? This screen color collision shape 2D. I don't think that's related. Delete all of them. I'm gonna delete all of them. In this situation, hell sprite is null. And make them grey, otherwise make them white. Okay. I feel like we can make these like spread interaction buttons. No, that's I'll grab the name because I liked it, but let me delete that. I don't really love doing this in process, but it's not awful, I guess. feel like this could be something more to do, like, let's make this more like, oops. Disabled if the health bar is not. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me just see what that looks like if I just grab this button. This one right here. And I just temporarily change it to toggle mode to make it disabled. Great. Looks good to me. Right, now I can delete all of these other things. Delete. Delete. I'm also going to grab this HBox container and make the separation a little bit less intense. Let's make it like a 5. Really? I guess, or even like a 0. Okay. Got one down. Many, many, many things to go. Okay, where to begin next? This is the actual. This is so many things. Oh my god. Okay. Rewind. Hold on. Pause. Okay. I'm just gonna delete these move menu up and move menu down things. I hate them. I'm just gonna use a regular normal scroll thing. Not you. Nope. You're leaving. And would you look at that? We've taken out one process, which I like. Oops. That's fine. Works for me. Yeah, okay. Okay. This thing should really just be over here, right? I guess. This thing, sprite viewer. Wait. This is called viewer, but it is the list, it is not the viewer. This is the viewer. That's confusing. I'm renaming this. Rename sprite list. Oh, hello. We have some embedded texts, probably in the button again. I didn't know that this existed. That's exciting because we can get rid of it. Save. Wonderful. Sprite list scene. Yeah, great. That's fun. I just want to go back up here, and I just want to like search for .tscene files. Look them by size. You spriteless object.tscene, you are a problem. So let me just fix that as well. What are you now? Oops. Repositories, external, YouTuber, search for .tscene, sort by size. Fix that top, please. Right, ready. I do want to look at some of these and see why they're still quite large. Okay, I did settings menu, didn't I? It's not that bad. I've got quite a lot of embedded style boxes here, which I don't really like. It's not terrible though. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I think it's okay. Yeah, I'm alright with that actually. Great, well that will improve things significantly. Let me just grab this and this. And then yet more embedded default fonts, because we've done that so many times. And renaming the sprite list scene to be something a bit more sensible. Okay, anyway. Yes, so I need to go back, I need to change, which buttons was it? It was these ones all actually needed to have button. Did that actually change that one? It did. Great. Great. Whoa, whoops. Okay. You know, that's not half bad. I'm not too displeased with that. Right. So I guess the next thing is probably going to be this. Maybe we can edit the sprite list instead. No, let's go in here. And what are these massive things? They are event selector shapes. What are event selector shapes? It's already in a scroll container. What? What? Then why was it controlling it through magical mouse motions? And why didn't it work when I just actually scrolled? That is kind of wild to me, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I suppose. What do I do with that? Oh, my alarm's going off, apologies. That is a reminder that I need to wrap up because it's past midnight. So actually, maybe I will discover what on earth these things are another time. Yes, that sounds like a plan. Alright, well... Do I have any changes remaining? No, I do not. Great, okay, well, we started tackling one of the biggest and most complicated areas of this, of the UI upgrade at least. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, thank you for joining everybody, and I suppose come back next time to see if we can figure out what on earth event selector shapes are. It is very possible that it will just be part of something that I disable, and we just work on moving this into a into the UI, which it half is already, but yes, progress is being made. Hooray! I will see you all next time, and have a good rest of your day. Drop me a follow on Twitch if you want to see more of this, if you're interested, or if you know, if you have any game dev questions. To be honest, I'll be happy to ask. If you've got a project that you'd like reviewing, give me a shout in the chat, and I will, or leave a comment on the VOD on YouTube if you like, and I'll get back to you, see what I can do with that. Yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know the drill. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good time. I will see you next time, I hope.